with clients. A particular session with a woman comes to mind. I had her do a pain body release session using the CMR techniques, and after she released an issue, it had to do with her mother. All of a sudden she said, "Ah, my neck, I can't believe it. I can move it. It was hurting so badly, and usually I have to be in traction to get over this, and it's just gone." And it remained gone. You know, I checked with her a few weeks later, it was still gone. So I thought that was a pretty powerful effect for something a client can learn to do for themselves. I'm just, you know, I can't really say enough about what a powerful technique that the pain body release is.
I feel like I have a real way of, I don't know how to say it, because the other trainings didn't include the body. Now, how crazy is that? Some of the training, or all of the trainings I did, didn't really include the body. I mean, first of all, I was totally out of touch with my own body, and none of the trainings really helped me go there. And so it was easy, it was an easy error for me to make. So to have to go into my own body and find the answers, first of all, it was a big surprise to find all this wisdom there. And it was also a celebration. It's like, wow, this amazing place exists, and it's not out there, it's not on any of these world travels, it's right inside of me. The last place I thought to look. The last place I hadn't looked. You know, so I had to wait till the end to find it. And yeah, to find it in myself and to know it exists in others, it really feels like a gift.
Yeah, and the truth is, I think if it's just at one level, if it's just in your thinking, it's not a permanent change that's going to really be helpful in your life. I think too many people are struggling to keep all of it down and contained. And with the pain body work and with this CMR sessions, it's like you learn how to get that released instead of stuffing it.
Cellular Memory Release addresses physical pain, emotional pain, relational issues, repetitive behavioral patterns, psychological issues, anything that the person finds is not allowing them to live a full and happy life.
You know, and with me as a client, the pain body release was very effective. I felt like I immediately was more calm, was able to permanently drop the energy around some of the heavier issues in my life. When my father was dying, it was a very traumatic time for me, and I was able to be present with him in a way that I know I wouldn't have been able to be so present with him. It made it a beautiful thing to be with him when he died rather than a horrible trauma. I was able to release a lot of the guilt that I had carried about my relationship with my father. That's a specific thing. In general, within days following a pain body release session, I would just have more energy and more clarity, a sense of calm and more presence. I guess I was more able to be present in my body. I wasn't distracted. I had no idea how much life energy is tied up on an issue that I carry in my body. And after doing pain body release, I would just be a lot lighter. Would be the way I would put it, I guess.
My big thing was anxiety. I had lifelong anxiety. So what I realized is I was trying, same thing, I was trying to cover it up. I was trying to make it, you know, I was trying to band-aid it instead of just go into it and go through it and come out the other side. Same with fear, depression. Depression was the one I didn't want to look at in myself, and I think a lot of people, it's really hard for them to really go into it. But it works. And the other thing is that there's something, I think there must be something comforting, because when people have really deep conditions, it seems inevitable that they blame themselves and they hate themselves and they wonder about themselves. What's wrong with me? What's wrong with me? What's wrong with me? So this addresses that on all levels. So you go into the feeling and you go into the self-criticism. You allow it all. You allow every level and layer of it to emerge and to be transformed and to be healed. I can't imagine a condition it wouldn't work with if people are willing. Now, the main challenge to me is that we have a society, Western civilization, we're all up in our heads, and we like to stay there. It feels more comfortable. So the challenge to me is, for myself and working with people, is how to assist people in moving out of that head that wants to, you know, make it all okay and you know, put the Band-Aid on, and to move deeply into the body, deeply into the experience, deeply into the allowing of whatever comes up.